Then a mug outside. Like it's hitting the windows. You can hear the windows like ruffling. It's mad cold outside. Outside, it's some good out there. Cause yeah, it's brick. I think Chicago they got what 9, almost 10 inches of snow. They was snowed in and they got a lot of snow. So if you is out there, definitely if you somebody who don't have a place, don't have no shelter, I hope you find some place to stay warm through the winter. Cause it's finna get colder. But we back in here, man. We gonna give y'all some morning motivation. Y'all know how we do every morning. We gotta hit y'all with some motivation. So we're gonna get into it.
Let me tell you something, respect is not a gift, it's a mutual exchange, two-way street. But sometimes you'll encounter people who refuse to give you the respect you deserve. Maybe it's a boss who undervalues you, a partner who doesn't honor you, or friends who take you for granted. You can't control how people treat you, but you can control how you respond to it. The way you carry yourself, the standards you set, and the energy you allow in your life that's on you. You see, when someone disrespects you, it's not just about what they think of you. It's about what you think of yourself. The question is, how do you handle it? How do you respond when someone tries to tear you down? When they belittle you, dismiss you, or act like you don't matter, you don't get bitter, you get better. You don't fight for their respect, you stand firm in your own. Let me give you 5 ways to handle people who don't respect you. Setting clear boundaries is one of the most powerful things you can do to protect your peace, your time, and your self-respect. Boundaries are not walls that keep people out. They are lines that define what is and isn't acceptable in your life. Without them, you invite chaos and disrespect. When you lack boundaries, you send a silent message that you'll tolerate being treated any kind of way, and trust me, some people will take full advantage of that. You must be willing to stand firm, not out of anger, but out of a deep understanding of your own worth. Some people will push you just to see how far they can go, how much you'll let slide, and how little they can get away with giving you in return. It could be your time, your energy, or your dignity. When you fail to set limits, you hand them the blueprint for disrespect. They'll keep overstepping until you make it known this is where it stops. Setting boundaries means knowing when to say no, and don't let that word scare you. No is not rude. No is not selfish. No is a full sentence, and you don't need to explain it to anyone. If someone calls you difficult or stubborn because you stand up for yourself, let them. The people who truly care about you will respect your boundaries, not question them. Those who get upset when you say no are often the ones who benefited from you saying yes for far too long. A lack of boundaries doesn't just hurt you, it teaches others that it's okay to disregard your needs, your voice, and your value. When you allow people to overstep, you are giving them permission to treat you however they please. But when you stand firm, you command respect. You don't have to yell, argue, or plead. Boundaries don't require noise, they require consistency. They require you to honor yourself enough to say, I will not accept this behavior, and I am willing to walk away if it continues. Boundaries apply to every area of your life. In relationships, they determine how much you give versus how much you receive. If someone constantly takes without giving back, you have to step up and say, this is not okay. In friendships, boundaries remind others that your time and energy are precious. You are not a doormat to be walked on.
That goes to just what I was talking about yesterday. You know what I mean? Like it's mutual. Like if I'm doing something for you, most of these women these days they got. I don't even think I have my mic on. It's on now. But most of these women these days they have the mindset, oh, you do everything for me. It's one sided. Anything you're doing is just torturing yourself, trying to please this person who is never gonna pour into you half as much as you pouring into them.
Or you a 24-hour hotline for someone else's drama. In the workplace, boundaries ensure that you are respected for your talents and not taken for granted. People will take as much as you let them. It's up to you to decide when enough is enough. Setting boundaries doesn't mean you stop being kind. It means you stop being taken advantage of. You can love people and still say, this doesn't work for me. You can be generous and still have limits. You can be understanding and still say, I deserve better. Boundaries are not a punishment for others. They are an act of love for yourself. When you begin to set boundaries, some people won't like it. That's okay. The people who benefited from your lack of boundaries are often the first to criticize when you put them in place. Let them. You're not setting boundaries to please them, you're setting them to protect yourself. Remember, boundaries are not about controlling other people's behavior, they are about controlling your access to it. You must be willing to lose people who refuse to respect your limits, and yes, that might feel uncomfortable, even scary. But what's scarier is losing yourself in the process of trying to please everyone else. When you set boundaries, you make room for the right people to enter your life, people who respect you, honor your time, and celebrate your work. You make room for peace to replace chaos. Boundaries are not built overnight. They are built through small, consistent decisions to value yourself. It's in the little moments when you choose not to overextend yourself. It's when you decide not to answer that call because you know it's only going to drain you. It's when you walk away from conversations that demean you instead of uplifting you. Each time you honor your boundaries, you build a stronger sense of self-worth. You show yourself in the world that you will not settle for less than you deserve.
Right.
Setting boundaries takes courage. It's not easy to stand up and say, I will not allow this, but every time you do, you reclaim a piece of yourself. You take back your time, your energy, and your peace of mind. And there's nothing more powerful than a person who knows their worth and refuses to compromise it for anyone. When people disrespect you, it's easy to feel like your very foundation has been shaken. Disrespect has a way of making you question yourself, your worth, your strength, your ability to stand tall. But let me remind you of one critical truth: their behavior does not define you. It defines them. The moment you let someone's disrespect rob you of your confidence, you hand them a power they don't deserve. And when you give away that power, you lose control over how you see yourself. Confidence is not built on the approval of others, it's built on the knowledge of who you are, what you stand for, and where you're headed. When you walk into a room with your head held high, when you speak with certainty and move with purpose, that's confidence pure and unshakable. But here's the key: confidence is tested when you're faced with disrespect. It's easy to feel good about yourself when everyone around you is applauding you. It's a whole different game when someone belittles you, criticizes you, or underestimates you. That's when you decide, will I let their words break me? Or will I stand firm in what I know to be true? Understand this: no one can make you feel small unless you allow it. Words may sting, actions may disappoint, but it is you who decides how much weight to give them. When someone disrespects you, they are revealing their own insecurities and shortcomings, not yours. Disrespect often comes from a place of jealousy, misunderstanding, or a need to control. It's not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of them. So don't internalize their negativity. Don't let their lack of respect become a question mark on your worth. There will always be people who don't see your value. That's life. But just because they don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. A diamond doesn't stop shining because someone fails to recognize its brilliance. The diamond doesn't need validation to know its worth, it just is. And that's you. Your value is intrinsic, untouchable, and non-negotiable. Do not let someone else's inability to appreciate you cause you to doubt your brilliance. When someone disrespects you, respond with grace, not insecurity. Confidence doesn't scream or retaliate, it speaks softly and firmly. It's in the way you keep your composure, even when someone tries to rattle you. It's in the way you refuse to stoop to their level, because you know that your dignity is worth more than a temporary argument. You don't have to match their energy to prove a point. Sometimes the most powerful response is silence. Sometimes the strongest move is simply walking away with your head high and your spirit unshaken. But let's be real, confidence doesn't mean you won't feel hurt. You're human, and words can cut deep. Actions can bruise the heart.
And a lot of good points that he was bringing up in the speech. And I think that's a lot of things that most of us go through on a day-to-day basis. wondering if I'm good enough. There's just you can't let certain things that people say get in the way of your focus and your goals and your dreams. Because a lot of times people saying stuff because they're trying to knock you off of whatever you trying to accomplish or trying to do. They want to get a reaction out of you because they might not feel where emotionally how they want to feel, or they might not feel content in where they're at in their particular position in life. So they want to try to ruffle some feathers with you so they can get your energy, because they can get you out of your comfort or out of your peace. Then they feel like it makes them feel more powerful. You dig? So don't feed into it. Somebody throwing all that negative energy, you can block it, ignore it, silence it. You don't gotta respond to it. You know, that's I go for everybody. I had to learn that myself. You feel me? Like how to stop responding to certain things and all that, because I used to like to. I'm not saying I'm not confrontational or nothing like that, but it's hard for me to just like if I know that the person it ain't making sense and they wrong, it's hard for me to just go with anything. You know what I mean? So that I had a lot of different challenges in my life, and I had to learn how to not give into certain people and their energy and stuff like that, because it really don't even matter. It's something that they going through, but they want you to feel how they feel because they upset, and they want you to be upset, or they not happy with where they at, and they want you to feel the same way. Maybe you moving up, and maybe your level is going up, and you inspiring people and doing all this, and now they looking at you going up, and hey, dang, I was satisfied when we was right here. I was satisfied when we was on the same level, and it was no problem when we was doing the same, and everything was cool. But as soon as you started to, you know, think higher of yourself and started to try to level up, then all of a sudden, now I'm gonna do anything to try to drag you back down. I'm gonna do anything to try to. You got to stay away from those. So there's just a lot of people like that. You know what I mean? That you got to just be wary of because they out here. You feel me?
Kia has 10 hybrid, electric, and plug-in hybrid utility vehicles to choose from. So no matter what you're looking for. It's a lot of pressure on black men, and specifically dating black women. And I love black women. I love chocolate. I ain't marrying nothing, but if I get married, it's gonna be black. So that ain't even an issue, but it is a lot of pressure on us as black men. And I could be. Do y'all agree? Other men, I know they could probably relate to his comment saying it's a lot of pressure. That's why I know. Do y'all agree with that? This could be just based on environment. The women. When I moved to Atlanta, specifically speaking to the women are very entitled. Very. And it could be. And listen, I'm not blaming anybody, so I don't want this to turn into. When you say entitled, though, what does entitled mean? I would say financially entitled. Okay. I feel extreme pressure. And I get hit on by white women, I get hit on by all kinds of, but when I get hit on by black women, I immediately feel this entitlement of, I gotta pay for something. Wow. I gotta pay your rent. I gotta help you with your car note immediately within 2 weeks, or I'm just saying what I've experienced. I'm not saying that's every woman. Wow. Is Atlanta a real place? That's all I'm trying to figure out. What the hell is happening? Lately, all of the videos that I've been reviewing, and I don't know if Atlanta is like the podcast hub of America all of a sudden for black creators. I know that Kev was down there. I know the lead attorney is down there. Shout out to the lead. But it seems like every single review video that you guys send me, as far as breaking down what the sentiment of how it is that men are supposed to spend money,
And then men are starting to actually acquiesce over to it, and y'all paying these chicks car notes? Y'all paying a chick rent just because you out here going and frolicking on a date or going to get something to eat? All of a sudden, that requires you to pay a chick's rent? Who lives like this?
This Friday, Den of Thieves 2 is worth the wait.
There is hope. Share your thoughts. Talk to us.
You are not alone.
I'm genuinely starting to believe.
I'm not gonna leave you out here by yourself, right? I have a lot of friends, or I shouldn't say friends, I have heard a lot of people that I know, associates, women, who definitely think that way. Who are like, yo, if you can't pay my bills, then I can't even, what is it to talk
It's
about?
almost like that's the first. I immediately feel like pressure.
Yeah.
And when you break it down, like the average date, remember back in the day, we can go to Fridays, it'd be
$40, 60 bucks with dessert.
Nowadays, if I take somebody on a date,
$400.
immediately, and I don't even drink, so if she drink, that's a couple hundred, hookahs, 45, lamb
Dessert?
chops, 50, dessert. So by the time,
Valet.
or valet, I was just going to say valet. So we just spent $400 for me to see if you like me.
Mm.
It's gonna be a cold day in hell.
Come on now, make it make sense.
And I mean freezing, shivering. It's gotta be polar ice caps, Antarctica, before I ever spend $13 on a chick that I meet for the first time. And I'm not talking about on no business type tip. I'm talking about, yo, we about to go out and hang out and have a conversation, and you can forget it, bro. You can absolutely. Now I see why the game is so fucked up. See, they was trying to hold me accountable for looking at it from a business perspective as far as how we get money together. Y'all niggas is actually spending money. Y'all spending $400, $500, $600 to go out with a chick only for her to go and give it away for free to some dude that she don't even care about. Unreal. No, y'all not. Listen, I spot the mark. We can spot a mark, and if I can spot a mark, they can spot a mark too, because they trained. They're trained to observe and see the sucker. And if you don't know who the sucker is, you in.
Say that again.
Like I'm not a king, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm spending and I'm spending. That's just the first date. You want to go out again? I done spent $1,000 on 3 dates just to see if you might call me back, or maybe text me back. And then because you're a beautiful woman, you don't like me, you can go get the next man to do the same thing.
You know what's funny? I've had females look down upon me for saying certain things, and I'm not trying to big myself up, but this is genuinely how I feel. If we're going on a date and you take me to a nice restaurant, I'm not gonna order the lobster and steak.
Right.
I'm just not gonna do that. I just think it's inconsiderate.
Yeah.
And then if you take me to a nice restaurant, I personally always offer, because I know you're gonna pay if you're the cut. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna always offer. Hey, can I leave the tip?
Yeah,
I always ask
something
that.
about that is so special to me.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of woman that I want to marry.
You seem
It's like,
close to
just even if I don't want you to do it, just offering it. It makes a man feel appreciated.
Yeah.
And a lot of times there's this hyper, I think this is the word, I'm not really hip on all the, industry words.
Not
but
hip.
There's this like hyper masculinity thing that happens where, if you're not paying for everything, you're not the man.
Yeah.
If you're not providing everything, you're not the man. Now listen, I was raised by a single mom.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying that I'm looking for Miss Independent, but I seen my mom do it.
Yeah.
I seen her make it happen. So for me, a level of entrepreneurship, my mom worked a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
But any woman that could raise 3 kids by herself is an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
My mom knew how to make, she was making $50,000 20 years ago raising us.
Mhm.
To us, that felt like a lot of money.
Yeah.
$50,000, that ain't no money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not no money today because of inflation and how much the dollar is being devalued and rent prices and all of that stuff. So it's relative. It's relative to your lifestyle. See, everybody want to be fresh. Everybody want to have the latest on. It's not enough to just get $100 pair of $75, $80 pair of Air Force Ones, get some clean Air Force Ones. Back then we had K-Swiss. You know what I'm saying? Like people, it was okay to be clean. You can get you some New Balance, whatever. No, now we gotta get the Balenciagas. You gotta get Gucci shoes. It's not enough to get J. You gotta get the exclusives. You know what I'm saying? So we in a completely different zone and phase and rappers and shit that fuck the game up. And y'all trying to keep up with the Joneses. And the way that our bank accounts are set up, it's not reflective of what it is that's really happening out here. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough to just get a G-Shock watch anymore. You got to try to keep up with that guy. And that guy been hustling and getting it for the last 25, 30 years. This motherfucker is I'm 41 years old. You can't keep up with me and you 22, 23, 24 years old. Even if you getting that type of money, you're not going to be able to maintain it because you're getting it for a short amount of time. And I've been getting this shit for a long time, so the game is fucked up. It's messed up. It's a complete, and the women are so warped in their mindset that that's the thing that's gonna have them single for the rest of their life.
So how did you rate, you're an entrepreneur?
You're an entrepreneur.
So when I meet a woman, it's a level of, that's what attracts me, is the
Yeah.
level of like,
Go get it.
I'm a go getter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, I'm paying for the meals, I'm paying for the Uber if you need one, I'm paying for this, I'm paying for that, and then the moment you give me your body, if we go there, if we have sex or whatever happens, you immediately feel entitled to bills now because you're giving me your body.
So you don't think that a woman should feel entitled to compensation?
Patient First is dedicated to providing
Yeah.
convenient, cost-effective urgent care.
Can't
We thank our
believe-
patients who put their trust in us and all of the communities who have honored us with the best urgent care award.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
You know, that's so,
So you're a prostitute now. Because I'm saying, listen, I'm doing all the work half the time. 90% of the time, I'm doing all of the fucking work when we in the bedroom anyway. What, just because you open up your leg, what, you think that that's special? The price of the brick has went down significantly. You do know that most of these chicks is getting evicted, right?
you know, we don't want to talk about this, but
No, we want to talk about it.
no. What I want to say is they don't like to actually call it what it is, but it's like elite prostitution.
Spade is spade, feel me?
But there's a caveat.
Call a spade a
Let's,
spade.
let's take it back to the entrepreneur woman. If you look at the Proverbs 31 woman, the Proverbs 31 woman was an entrepreneur. She was a
No. Let's go back to the original thing that we was talking about. Let's not take it to the Proverbs 31 woman. Because I don't really think y'all understand the full context of that.
worker. She worked. She used her hand. She used her mind, her ingenuity, her forward thinking. She worked for the family, right? She contributed to the family. However, the man is the provider. The man is the head. He is the leader of the household. He is the CEO of the last name. And a man is supposed to provide. But where the teammanship comes in is that Proverbs 31 woman is helping to build this thing.
And I think that's what I'm probably about. I'm not into gender roles. I'm not into, you know, I think we pick and choose what provision means
Had to clean up my
based
whole
on what it may mean to the culture.
Okay.
But I think it needs to mean what it means for your household.
Just
Because I've
busy,
seen,
man.
You know, nah, that's that single mama coming out of them right now. Gender roles absolutely matter. Listen, you can't reference Proverbs 31 woman and say it doesn't matter.
So I had to take a break for a second, had to come back. I just blew me. So my little vitamin little drink just spilled. Like I was trying to, when I had the cap on, I was trying to pick it up and I was moving something and the lid, I guess, wasn't on. And when I moved, hit the table, that joint popped off. And I mean, it was everywhere. That joint was like on the seat, all over my desk. I had some on the floor I had to clean up. Had got it on me, had to clean myself off. That thing's good. Boy. We good now though, we back.
household. And I'm not saying you should be okay with that, but I'm saying if that's what you should emasculate men because I have a desire to pay for everything. I do have a desire to.
That's a fact, though. He said pretty much, and that is true. The new wave of women, if you get with a girl or whatever, and off the rip, you know, she expects you to pay for all this, and in exchange, only thing she got is her body. I mean, how could you not look at that like that's, you know, like high level escort, pretty much, because you only in it to give me your body. You ain't in it for anything else. You ain't in it to bring that and help build to this foundation. Then that might, you know, that might look like that, in which case that probably is the situation.
Do that. But if there's a season where I can't,
Yeah,
I don't want to be emasculated by the black woman.
Yeah.
Or the woman in period. I don't want to be emasculated because if your love for me is based on what I can do
What
for
I can
you,
do for
if
you.
something happens where I can't do no more, then it makes me feel like, dang, you gonna leave me?
yeah.
Because I can't
that
do
really
it right
blew
now.
me, bro.
So
Yep. The woman that you picked, absolutely, because the relationship that you have was built upon the fact that you came in simping, and it wasn't based off of a genuine desire to see
Simping,
each
not
other win.
pimping.
It was based off of your ability to be able to compensate her with elite prostitution.
it's just this, and again, this could just be my personal, but I know a lot of it. It's this pressure. I remember going out on a date, and my friends laughed at me. I remember we went on a date, and I was trying to impress this girl. I was trying to impress her. She was like, I couldn't believe I even had her in my car. It was one of them ones. Like, I can't believe she.
And see, that's the thing. You thinking and you pedestalizing this hoe. And the reality is that she's just a regular chick like everybody else, but because y'all keep putting them on a pedestal, they feel like, oh, you lucky to even have me in your car. And so that's when the pressure comes for you to
A lot of times I just be
overperform or
capping. I be boosting their heads up,
outperform.
man.
And nigga, you can't keep that up.
You gotta do that to see how
That
they
ain't even
really act.
something that you should have been doing in the first place.
She
Yeah,
agreed.
She the one.
Yeah, she can have anybody she wants.
Yeah.
Me? Like, oh my God. So we go into this restaurant and we get to you know, like, if I can laugh, just talk about it. We get to the thing, they like, all right, so it's $20 to park in the front and it's $5 to park down the street. And in my head, I'm like, I'm ready to park down
That's the dare. I'm gonna let you out and I'm gonna go park.
I ain't $20 to park in the front. That's that mom went to this went to this event, and they had like, you know, it was a whole bunch of different. Went to this event, they had like like a bunch of different sections, and it was so packed that they actually, you know, you had to like pay for like different parking spaces. So it was like a bunch of different spots. The dudes, it had like 4 people trying to get me. Like as you keep moving up, you see different sections and stuff, but it keep getting more expensive. As I kept going up, they were like, "Yo, you want to come up? Yeah, we got a little space up here. This was." Yeah, this a little $20 spot. Yeah, come on up. Woo, woo. Hold up. Let me see what's up here. Went up. Oh yeah, we got a $30 spot up here. So they got a little section blocked off, and I'm talking about this on pack where you had the people parking up inside the lawns everywhere, on the sides, curves, whatever. You feel me? They was putting people everywhere. I was like in the middle. I think I paid like the little $20. I went back. I was like, no, I'm gonna go ahead. We gonna have to just walk up to the spot. But yeah, it'd be crazy out there. They be taxing.
I didn't want her to look down on me.
But is that self-inflicted pressure?
It could be.
Because you never should have been taking her to the space where it costed you that in the first place. Because that's not what it is. But you said it. You led with it. You said that you was trying so hard to impress her. And so this is what you get as a result of it.
Yeah, so that's why I said immediately, I'm not blaming anybody.
Yeah.
But, you know, social media and the culture has put a lot of pressure on us.
On everybody. On everybody.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. So for me,
Yeah.
I felt like I needed to get the $20 parking
To impress her.
to impress her.
Listen. We gonna stop this right here because the message is, and the learned lesson is that y'all have to stop getting into what the culture or what you think the culture is telling you to do. The culture is trash. How long if I've been saying it. Since I've been on the internet, I've been telling y'all that the culture is trash. And y'all voted against it. Y'all fought me for it. And everything that people are feeling pressure for as far as the culture is telling you that the culture is trash. And so you need to get with the person that is best for you. We are all just regular people. We put on our pants one leg at a time unless you sassy. And that's when you start to jump up and you got to get it above your butt. You don't want to do that as a man. That's a woman thing, okay? So my point is that we need to make sure that we disassociate ourselves with what we think our cultural norms are and get back to basics. Stop trying to get the fuck out of Atlanta. Leave Atlanta. It's not a real place. It's a scammer,
Now saying this, but
manufactured
I've been saying this.
facade of what we think.
I've been saying this since the beginning of time. The same stuff that everybody keep talking, man. I keep saying I don't know what happened, but everybody delusional. You feel me? Need to go back to the 90s type of vibe, type of love. You feel me? Like when people was real and they had like real conversations and real connections with each other. You know what I mean? We don't have those spaces no more. They all got filled in with a whole bunch of nonsense and calamity and things that we do not need, and all these indoctrinated beliefs that was forced upon and foreseen from these institutions, from these major corporations that control the masses of people, entertainment, and different things that they interact with. So it makes it harder for the majority to see the propaganda when it's already set up and staged. So they go from one. They already had all this planned. You know what I mean? Like the social media, the apps to put this out here, to do this, to we're gonna push this narrative. We gonna exploit this these streams and avenues and people to get them to basically sell your soul and be a slave for free without invisible slaves, without even having to have chains and shackles on. They already have got our mindsets because everybody's pushing the agenda that, oh, if you ain't got this, you ain't worth nothing. You ain't got likes, you ain't worth nothing. If you ain't on this, you ain't worth nothing. And like you said, at the end of the day, I thought this was the human race. We all have a life. We all have value in this world. We all come here to fulfill and do our works in this world and do and build things. Now it is people who just ain't on nothing. You know, they ain't gonna get it. You get what I'm saying? They not motivated or determined to be nothing. So therefore you don't have nothing. You did, and that you can't blame the masses for that. You could blame yourself and your own self worth and determination on that. But at the same time, I feel like it's perpetuated for us to believe in things that and do things that are not of us. Because you got people doing things and there's nothing wrong stepping out your comfort zone and doing this, but you have people literally selling themselves cheap for nothing, for like, putting your whole everything out there, your bodies and and willing to be in these situations, and a lot of times it's bad energy around these situations because it's temptation. It's a whole bunch of other things that go into that. You feel me? So when you put yourself in that, then you gotta deal with everything that come with it. You feel me? So I think the mindset and the state that people are in these days is filled up with a bunch of facades and delusions. You know, at the end of the day, you still have self worth, even if you're not getting likes or you're not all on the social media. You working at a electric company, a construction company, or whatever you're doing. You still have value. You still have worth. Don't let nobody make you feel like you have to fit their standard because they're trying to fit a standard and keep up with people who don't care nothing or don't have nothing to do with their life and have nothing personally bring any value to their life. But because these people are able to watch you and to jump in the time in, people value them more because they might get, they might do more to get more attention. They might, what I'm saying, and things like that. But don't let the attention get it twisted for real hard working for people who really are real people because they still value too. And that you need somebody to be a plumber, you need somebody to be an electrician, you need somebody to do HVAC, you need somebody to do these things. We didn't have these things. I've been saying this for the longest time. We need a nurse, we need nurses, we need doctors, we need lawyers and different things. If people didn't fill in these jobs, and they don't have to be all over the media to do these jobs, they don't have to be, all in everybody's faces, but they bring worth and value just like anybody else do. You know what I mean? So, like I put that motivational video on self worth and your self perspective and introspective on what's important in your life is your perspective. You dig? You got to stop trying to compare your life with everybody else's and put yourself in everybody else's shoes and do what everybody else do. And if you feel like you ain't doing it, you feel like you ain't worth it. Don't let them cap your head up, you know what I mean, to make you fall over off of that cliff. Don't let them, what I'm saying, make you jump off of that cliff. Feel me? Look, but don't leap. Be careful before you jump off because they'll leave you over there by yourself. And you look, you be the only one to jump. And you over there by yourself.
That black culture is supposed to be this trash. I'm gonna do this video on After Hours tonight. Make sure y'all go over to the After Hours channel. We gonna continue it tonight. It's Thursdays is mine. I can't wait to get into it. I'm curious as to what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat.
You never want to lose your edge. And the Lexus RX completely understands that. Desmond, if you don't stop watching TV, I'm leaving you, Veronica would say. Well, look at Desmond now. With rewards on Sling, he made thousands. He didn't need Veronica. He just needed Sling.
Whoa, it's a beautiful day to do these reactions, man. Look, check this out, bro. I found this video, right?
What's up, guys? It's your girl Riva, and I'm back again with another video. So, whenever I see snow falling outside, it always represents like cozy times, hot chocolate. Holiday time is around this season in winter, and so it's just like, ooh, people are kinder to one another. People are kinder in the grocery store. That's not this situation at all. Okay, it looks like one woman driver had a little bit of a road rage situation.
Ain't nobody playing no
another
games.
woman driver and decided to get out of the car and basically try to drag this woman out to physically go at it with her. And a man steps in, and when that man steps in, I can guarantee that that woman instantly regretted even driving down this road.
Oh man, I can tell it went bad already.
Let's go! Get out of the car! You want to run it? Get out of the car then! Get out! Get out! I didn't touch you. You were on my gun. Come and touch me. Get that hands right there. Come and put your hands on me. I ain't driving crazy. Your hands was on my goddamn ass. I went to another lane. Get out of my face.
Yo, why? You feel me? Why? Why he do that? First of all, and but I ain't gonna lie. She shouldn't have put her hands on him. She should never touched him. You know what I mean? Soon as he got out the car and start walking around, you could tell like bro wanted all the smoke. You know what I mean? You could tell it was about to be a problem. You could just look at like the way the whole interaction. Like soon as she pulled up, she hit the brakes like skirt, hopped out. Come on, Jake. Come on, let's go. Let's go. You wanna go? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Hopped out. You feel me? Shorty like, nah, I ain't doing that. And dude, she like, oh. She thinking, oh, I got dude in the car. And she said she had a dude in the car. That's why I was like, he ain't get out. I'm trying to do nothing. I guess he seen her get body slammed because she was like, man, boy, yeah, she always doing that. That's Ethel. She always running around here popping that shit. Yeah, so I told her, goddamn it, stop doing that. You gonna get body slammed one day, and it finally happened. Somebody done got down. Boom. Dang. She was on the ground for a minute. I was like, dang, she probably got a concussion. Something, cause that's like ice on the ground. That look like ice, so I know. But she shouldn't have hit him. I'm just gonna keep it like that. Bro probably wouldn't have went that far if she ain't put her hands on him. You know what I'm saying? Some people, hey, they taught like if you hit me, I hit you back. And these women these days, they be thinking they could just put their hands on anybody. And, you know, you can't just strike somebody and expect them not to, you know, hand themselves. But he shouldn't have body slammed her though like that. That was like some WWE. That was like some WWE's. Hold on. I see that.
Get up! I didn't touch you. You got my gun. Come and touch me. Get that damn break. Come here. Come and put your hands on me. I ain't driving crazy. You're without my goddamn ass. I went to another lane. Get out of my way.
See why she do that? See, he hit it.
Okay.
Oh, God damn. Damn, that shit sound like it broke everything in her back. You heard me? Dang. That thing sound like it hurt. Why she do that? Oh, he slammed her on her back. That's what he did. That was on her back. That's why it sounded like that. And then he probably hit her head. Oh, yeah, she hurt. And she hurt. And she messed up. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, he going to jail for that. Oh, she wrong, but boy, he be beating on women, bro. Got to. The way he took it too far, fam. She shouldn't have. Dang. Well, one more time. I gotta hear that sound one more time. That thing was.
I ain't driving crazy. You're without my goddamn ass. I went to another lane. Get out of my way. Okay.
Damn. Oh, I know she hurt. Oh, she hurt. She hurt.
Before we break down this situation, we just gotta talk about a couple things.
Damn.
Okay. First of all, as we all know,
Who Montez? Who she keep calling? Who she keep calling, man? Whoever it is, they not responding. Whoever it is, they clearly don't. They not riding for you. Whoever it is, they not worried about you at all. They clearly don't care if you was alive or dead. You feel me? Straight up. You did all that. You riding around. And you Montez. Montez ain't coming. I think Montez over there on his phone, on his business. Probably texting like, dang, you can't believe. You feel what I'm saying? Ethel just got body slammed, you feel me? Probably up there just texting the whole thing. They not, nah. They drawing. That is drawing.
I've never understood the whole road rage thing. Now, do
when you're on the road, do foolish things, do stuff that makes no sense, absolutely. But I've always had the idea, like, you don't know, like, people are crazy. Like, you jumping out, you don't know why that person is driving like that. You don't know if, they're just on the edge and they're waiting for an opportunity. Like, you have to do whatever you can to protect self. In this situation, this woman was not thinking about anything else, and I don't know why she thought that the right thing to do would have been to approach the other woman.
Let's go! Get out of the car! You ready to run?
That wasn't smart anyway. You provoked it, so you kind of in the wrong.
In the car, knowing that she had somebody with her in the passenger seat, but that woman's husband in the red car up there, he stood 10 toes down behind his woman.
Get out! Get out! I didn't judge you.
And ironically, the woman who was on the ground was threatening the man and saying to him, do whatever you want to do because my man is right in the car and, you don't want no problems with him because, if you start with me, it's going to be a problem.
Come and judge me because that man's right here. Come and put your hands on me.
And use that false confidence.
And then soon as she said that, soon after that, ba-boom! Montez! Soon as she did that, you feel me? Bam! Body slam. Montez! Ain't nobody coming. Thought your dude was standing 10 toes down for you.
To actually slap this man in his face.
I went to another lane. Get out of my face.
Now, I gotta say, I don't agree with a man putting his hands on a woman. I do not agree with that. However, I also do not agree with a woman putting her hands on a man. And, there's always been that talk, if you're strong enough to hit a man, you gotta be strong enough to get hit back. And this woman had every opportunity to walk away. The man was even himself trying to walk away from the situation when she decided that the wrath that she was gonna put onto that other woman in the car, she was going to give to her man instead.
I went to another lane. Get out of my face.
Now, I don't know if the girl in the red car has been in these situations before, but she threw that car in reverse so fast and became the quickest getaway driver that the snow has ever seen. Okay? And again, just how the woman, drove in to the situation, slamming on her brakes like that in ice, knowing that it could possibly skid or whatever the case is, just knowing that she was going to take that risk shows, again, the level of ignorance that she had and as well as the level of rage that she embodied.
Yeah, she was ready to go. She TTG. What you mean? Yeah, she ready to go.
I think that women have to take this into account. You never want to go toe-to-toe with a man. And you never want to go toe-to-toe with anybody, but especially, a woman being the weaker vessel. I hate to say it, but sometimes these situations occur for these women to learn that this could have been way worse. Okay, now I don't know if she had to go to the hospital after this. He threw her right on her side. He kind of did one of them WWE moves or WWE.
Yo, that's exactly what I said, bro. He did a wrestling move. My man did wow, boom. You feel what I'm saying? He body slammed it, bro. Right on her back. Yeah, she definitely gonna have to go to the hospital.
I knew it as WWF.
Yeah.
He did one of them.
Bro. Tell me.
One of them moves. And I can guarantee that she probably will not replicate this behavior moving forward because who she thought was going to be a fool and was just going to take that slap and not think anything of it or not have any.
You ain't lying. She not gonna do that no more. I bet she won't do that no more. I bet she won't have another road rage incident. I bet she won't pop and fly with nobody. She'll let him go by for now on and everything. So you bucking. You thought because he was small, he was a little dude that my man. Look at you. Look at you. Gotta pick your teeth up off the ground. You feel what I'm saying? I bet you won't do that again. I bet you learned your lesson. You don't hit nobody. Keep your hands to yourself. Bet you ain't gonna pull up like that no more. You feel me? And you probably got a case.
Problem showed her quite the contrary.
Maybe not. plans. Look at you.
Now, I'd like to know what you guys think about this entire situation. You know, I'm not saying that this woman, you know,
Yeah, I say that's, hey, if you big enough to dish it up, you gotta be big enough to deal with it.
Egregious cheek clapping over at Fox.
Fox, let's see what y'all got going on, man. What do y'all have going on? Yo, I told y'all the video the other day, the girl over there at Fox, man, it is wilding over there. They got, boy, I'm glad I never, you ever dated a female working the news and like, you know, the broadcast, you might want to go check on your lady, bro. Might go want to make sure she ain't in the back, you know what I'm saying, with all the cameras and stuff, you know. Ain't making no news, reporting no news and stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Something else going on. You might want to make sure you go check on her. Fox is wilding. Fox Sports, little news outlets, man. They got this little sex scandal going on. Shorty over there giving everybody a try. That's crazy.
comfortable asking somebody that.
You could just show yourself. But you ain't gonna be like that. No, you do not look the same.
Yo, Nico, because I'm trying to figure out, you said that you was in jail. You ain't been calling me. You ain't called me in like 6 months.
Today we're diving into a wild story about a man who walked out on a date after getting catfish. Yes, catfish. Imagine showing up for what you think is going to be a fun date, only to realize the person you've been talking to is not who they claim to be.
I'm not doing no more dating now. I swear I'm not. What you mean why I'm doing this? What you mean why? You're not the person that you said you was. Like, you really catfished me.
And don't worry, we've got TikTok reactions, real life examples, and my take on why this keeps happening in the online dating world. All that plus more random I don't want to hold you. Go ahead and hit the like button. Definitely share the video. This is your first time watching. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get to it. Here's the backstory. This guy had been chatting with someone online for weeks. She had the perfect photos, great conversation. Everything. They finally decide to meet, but when he gets there, it's a completely different person. No resemblance to the photos at all. What did he do? He walked out, and honestly, I don't blame him.
That was her.
Professionals. Streamline your visitation process with Undisputed Legal Inc.'s visitation.
Chill.
Bro did what anyone would do. Why waste your time? Walking out might seem harsh to some, but let's be real. Catfishing is a form of deception. If someone starts a relationship on a lie, where do you go from there?
I'm not doing no more dating now. I swear I'm not. What you mean why I'm doing this? What you mean why? You're not the person that you said you was. Like, you really catfished me. No, you're not. You catfished me, dude. Seriously, you got a whole different profile pic. You came to my crib looking like this.
I'm still the same person you grew up with.
I'm not listening here, man. That's what I'm saying. I knew it was the reason why you didn't want to FaceTime me, man.
When they not FaceTiming, it's because they're trying to get you to fall in love with words.
And this is what most catfish are going to do. They're going to tap into that inner spirit, that inner loneliness that you have, and they're going to become friends with that. So when you do meet up with them, you don't feel that bad. You feel like you and them have a bond. And trust me, it always backfires. Because the person that's getting catfish is already lying to themselves too.
That is crazy, man. I can't believe you really catfished me, man. I'm not trying to embarrass you. I'm just saying, like, you could have just showed your true self, man. I'm not trying to embarrass you, dude. You could have showed your true self. Like, you really played me. I don't want you, dude. I'm serious. I don't want you, dude. You really lied. You could have just showed yourself. What you mean don't be like that? No, you do not look the same, dude. You don't. You don't. You really catfished me, man.
He's got an outside.
You did.
On the video.
You did. That's crazy as hell, man. I can't believe that, dude.
The internet had a lot to say about this. One TikTok user said, if you can't show up as yourself, don't show up at all. Another commented, this is why I FaceTime before I meet anyone. And then there's this hilarious one. Imagine the audacity to catfish and still expect a free dinner.
I got catfished and I didn't know what to do, so I just went along with the date.
She
wanted
that.
to see
Y'all
people,
seen this
but I didn't know what that was.
This one was
So
crazy.
they said, let's just go to
Shorty
Golden
was-
Corral.
she crazy.
And then after that, we went to Crumble Cookie.
Yo, what you mean? So I went along with it. If I get catfished, which won't happen because I'm always FaceTiming. Before I even go somewhere or even plan a date, I'm FaceTiming before I do. You don't answer FaceTime, your pictures better match up. You better either send pictures or we FaceTiming. Ain't no way in the world I'm gonna sit here and say, so I went along with it.
Was just cat.
You know you got catfish, bro. Stop trying to play like.
Make sure she sent me pictures.
Just stuff like that, bro. You got catfish, bro. Come on. You're not even that player, bro. Come on, fam. We already know you're not the guy. You know what I'm saying? You're not the guy, man. You're not the guy. Shorty got you, and it's funny cause like that's how you hide. They be hiding in little apps and all that. Then you meet them, you feel me? She got a body. Next thing you meet her legs look like toothpicks. It's just like they stuck together like something wrong, disproportionate. Body built dog wrong like a transformer. You feel me? It be wildin' on him. Be wildin'. FaceTime, yeah, and FaceTime, not with the black screen in the back so I can't see the face, not with all the makeup and cake on. Yeah, you got FaceTime, put that natural face out there. Let me see that. You feel me? I'm coming with who I am, what I got. You feel what I'm saying? I can't make this up. I can't make this look different. Every day I wake up, this is how it is. I'm presenting this to the world, so y'all can look any way y'all want to look. You feel me? Depend on the day.
Fished for the first time. Now, I have seen pictures or like went on the first date with guys where I can at least tell it was them. Like even if you were a little bit smaller, a little bit younger, like maybe you took your best angles type pictures, like it don't look like what you look like today, but at least the pictures that I've seen of you previously at least looked like you. Right? This dude who I just met for the first time. When I tell you that it don't look nothing like his pictures, boy, and on the phone, his voice. You don't look like nothing like your pictures, man. You hurting my camera, fam. Can we move on? I'm sorry. No disrespect. But you just, I can't stand your voice. I can't stand that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stop catfishing people. And I mean like the innocent but not so innocent catfish, meaning you put a picture of yourself on your profile, but when I meet you, you look 10 years.
Is you talking about dudes or girls? Dudes be doing this too. See, I know females. I ain't think this was like a dude thing, but maybe dudes do. Maybe they put, they be getting little fake hair pieces and little beards and all that. A lot of dudes looking like they look, but they ain't really looking like that. You feel me? I can't even say it ain't, it ain't just the woman, man. But when it comes to like enhancements, only reason people start getting enhancements because they feel like they need that to talk to y'all. You feel me? He don't feel like he feel the pressure now. He don't feel valued. he out there in the world, and bro, is like everybody looking like superstars and looking like upgrades and stuff. Man, this is everything you see for me is normal. This ain't fake, ain't no extension, none of that. Everything is real. But some dudes who got the fake locks in their head, they got the fake hairlines and all that, and they got the fake beards and stuff where they get the little line and they put the little stuff in. Hey, bro, do your thing. You feel what I'm saying? You feel like you gotta do that to keep up. You feel like you gotta, you know what I'm saying? That make you happy. Do that. I wouldn't tell nobody don't do it. Don't make them happy, but I would say I think you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You feel me? I don't think you're doing it for your happiness. I think you're doing it to try to, you know, get with a woman and be just as fake as she is. Cause you know they coming with women. They got the makeup, the lashes, the weaves, the nails, this, the bleaching, the tone, the lipo, the tummy tuck, the this, the that, the this, the implants, the BBL. Man, there's so much stuff that women can alter, make herself look any type of way. Knowing they ain't how them baby pictures think. That's not how them baby pictures look, man. You feel me? Knowing that's not how you was birthed. But you want to look like that to perpetuate a certain type of image to people. You know, so you can get more attention, more likes, more this, more that, more this. Yeah, but you ever notice they're never content? It's like you want you want more and more, but you don't even know what you want more of. You just want more of it because you're feeding your ego. You feeding it's that inertia feeling that gets you. You know, I mean not inertia, that euphoria feeling that makes you feel like kind of like on a high when you get something, you get that attention, you want to keep getting it and keep getting it. So I mean, that's what they do it for. You feel me? And them likes and all that. That's what you do it for. Cause if you was doing it for a man, how come most of y'all still ain't got dudes? You feel me? Like I'm not saying that you can't mess with a guy and ain't a bunch of dudes in your inbox, but you don't have man, a solid dude to walk day to day and build something on because you're not chasing him, you chasing that high. And if people gonna come to give you that high, then you know what I'm saying, you gonna keep chasing that. You feel me? So you never content. I think that's the reason behind most of that. You know what I mean? Because who else you doing it for? Y'all doing it for other women? You doing it for who? Like, you ain't doing it for the dudes because the dudes are trying to talk to y'all ain't trying to talk to. So, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm doing it for the dude who got the most money, who got the main status. I'm just do this. And then when you get with the person, you ain't got nothing to offer but making your face up and making sure that you look as fly as you can every day. What about anybody else? Which else you bringing to anybody else's table? You feel me? What you building and trying to help, you know what I'm saying, do in this situation? You gotta really ask yourself that and have them conversations because a lot of times you win some, but you ain't in it with good intentions. You in it because you're just trying to just get your way. And as long as this person gonna give you away, you gonna stay in that. You feel me? I can go out, I can wild out, I can do my trips, I can do this, I can do that. But they gonna give me my way, so I'm gonna stay in this. You know what I'm saying? They ain't tripping on what I do. Y'all really want the simp, the people who ain't tripping. Like I want all this love and attention and all this stuff on me, but you can't trip off of nothing I do. Nothing I do. You can't say nothing. Supposed to be this. You supposed to pay for this. Supposed to go ahead. I'm supposed to do all this. Woo woo. And just when I decide to give you attention, you feel what I'm saying? That's when I do, and you can't trip on nothing I do. It's like, what kind of fantasy are you living in? What kind of fairy tale dream are you confused in? Like, you treating somebody as if they're just, you know, accessory instead of somebody who is actually your partner and somebody you're supposed to be building a bond with in a strong relationship with. You know, you got your priorities mixed, so you gotta understand. That's why, like I said, don't seem like y'all want dudes because the way you act, you must not want a dude. You must not like dudes. You feel me? And that's cool, but you know, you gotta be real with it too. You can't be, oh yeah, I want a dude, but you got your OnlyFans popping. You got, I don't know how many subscribers. You got your whole body all up on the internet. As soon as you want to do right, and he start, and let's say you might meet the dude of your dreams, right? And he might be everything you want. You might be living a certain lifestyle to where, oh yeah, now I found a dude that I want to talk to. He know everything I want. And you might be good until you look at your profile on your page and start going down and start saying, dang, she got a whole this up here, she got a OnlyFans on this, and you can't call that an insecurity. You can't you have no say so how somebody view you when you first get into something. Your first impression is a lasting impression. So when you first getting into something, and definitely relationships, so you know you trying to talk to somebody, if you got all this already up, and they ain't see that out the front, they just met you in person, and then they see that, you probably wouldn't say it, but if they seen that off the rip, and then they talk to you, it ain't because they trying to build a relationship with you. Definitely, it's because literally they probably just trying to hit. You feel me? And you like, hey, look, you already throwing it already all over the place. Hey, I might as well go ahead and see myself shoot my shot. You got some time, hey, boom. But you'll knock yourself off of getting the person you want. You'll block that when you decide to put yourself in these situations. People, you making the person that was destined for you, you pushing them further and further away because they not paying you attention no more. They can't see you. They're like, yeah, I know that's there. I know she gonna be throwing out all up on the net. I know this person like back in my hands. Like most of the chicks that ever in my inbox, I already know y'all attention. You feel me? Like you trying to get me, get some content. Oh, you wanna meet up here and do this, blah, blah. Most of y'all is soliciting yourselves. You know what I'm saying? And it's like soft prostitution. You feel me? And you try to make it seem like, oh yeah, I want this. It ain't like that.
Years older, 10 years bigger, your hair's down to your mid-back, you had a short, like, haircut in your photos, like, you don't look like that anymore, sir. Please stop trying to deceive people out here. It's not cute. When I go on my profiles, every single photo is a current full body pic, because I love all of these curves, all of these beautiful. I do not need to hide, because you can't really hide that, can you? I'm going to see you. I'm going to see you.
Well, why don't you just stop wearing makeup? That's what women are not understanding. You're catfishing men all day long by piling on the makeup, fake butt, fake tits, fake lips, fake eyelashes, fake eyes, fake ears, fake hair. Everything that majority of these modern women are doing are fake, and you're catfishing a man. You actually adapt to the personality of the character that you're playing that day, which is why so many women have delusion of grandeur, where you start to think you're prettier than what people see, and then when you walk around in the real world, everybody looks at you like insane, but you still attract a lot of guys, because when you're in la-la land like that, men start to think that you are easy, which is why a lot of women, you cannot get mad at a man if he shows up on a date and he's slightly off from his photos, because at the end of the day, you're probably going to be a little slightly more off whenever you get out the shower and there's no makeup to hide who you really are.
Like getting out the shower is crazy.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's a whole transformation.
My neighbor down the street just got a wig, but it's not nearly as good as yours.
What the hell did she just say?
So, where did you get yours from?
I'm confused on what you mean by that. This is not a wig.
Okay, tracks, whatever you want to call it. Where did you get it?
Not tracks, not wigs.
Okay,
What makes you feel comfortable asking somebody that?
because it's clearly not your hair.
The audacity of you to insult this beautiful woman.
Look at your head.
Why the hell did you even assume that that was a wig? Is it because of her skin color?
First of all, why you so mad? Second of all, I mean, it ain't think got nothing to do with your skin color. It's the texture. Like, I ain't saying that she can't have good hair, right? But she might be mixed with something or whatever like that.
No, it is.
Yes, it is because of the skin color.
But when you a darker descent, it's usually because, you know, you have more black African American in you, I'm just saying. And they have more coarse hair than, you know, thinner hair. They have more, you know, thicker hair than thin. So it could be hair, it could be, you know, some type of perm or process, whatever you did to it to make it like that. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But whatever it is, it don't look like yours, but you feel me? But hey,
This is what a lot of black men are saying, is that black women, you're so used to just being fake. People automatically assume that everything you do is fake. When you even wear fake hair and make it look real. Back in the day when women wore weave and it was dookie braids, it still looked natural. Ever since women started going with this silky look or even this extra curly, bushy look on top of their real hair, people automatically assume if there's a lot of volume, then it has to be a wig. Why? From previous events in life.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm a natural blonde. Okay. No, clearly you're not. Okay, that's so rude. It's rude to ask if somebody's hair is real. I complimented you.
Hell no. That was a backhanded compliment.
I said I like your hair. Where'd you get it from? That's not a compliment. That's an insult. I said I like your hair. How do you must not be used to receiving compliments.
I don't think it's an insult if she says, I like your hair, where did you get it from? When black women do nothing but brag about their wigs and sewing.
Now I'm used to receiving compliments. Oh, so now you're too pretty?
She just a jealous ass miserable tramp.
Yeah, this lady keep timing and it's making me laugh. When, lazy, man. Why you keep going to the side? But I don't think it's an insult. Most women, they like every time I'd heard it, you know what I mean, all the time. When they be buying hair and stuff, they be, yeah, I got this from here, you feel me? I be wearing this kind and, you know, to get this style and all that. So I understand that. And maybe because she was white and asking a black woman, maybe that's, if it was another black woman asking, it might have been a different answer. But because she white, you know, she probably felt a little bit more like defensive towards the question because it's coming from some, you know, a white woman asking about black hair, you feel me, and stuff like that. When you're not used to seeing, you know, that ain't our natural texture. You feel me? We do have good hair. I ain't gonna cap that. We got strong, thick hair and stuff like that. But at the same time, you know, a lot of women body hair too. So, and white women do too. I don't even know why they over here tripping on, you know, the girl when she asked where do you buy it, you know, that little whoop. But they do that too. White women be buying wigs and they be doing the braids, the box braids, all that. You feel me? You just don't probably realize it as much because their hair is already thin. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, and they know when you see when a black woman with some straight hair, women 9 out of 10, we know in her hair is not naturally like that. You feel me? You know, there's some type of you know, sew-in, there's some type of process. Yeah, to get it like that.
Yeah, I'm too pretty to be entertaining this low-level thinking.
Okay, well, I don't like your hair. It's fake. You can tell you got it from a Party City wig. Oh my god, Party City must. All right, now, how your reaction is to this next part is important. Now, this is when you shut it down. You feel me? Shut it down. That's it. You're done. You have, no longer access to be talking to me. You feel me? That's it. You done. You feel me? And you did all that because I think she set it up because you wanted to literally assault this woman. In the end, you wanted to say something disrespectful. And I've been in these situations with, you know what I mean? Different colors and, you know, I'm like, they be trying to insult you, slick, and be trying to use certain words and act like come off as if you know, like you nice, but then truthfully, you really got something negative to say. You gotta watch people like that. It be a lot of people, and I'm not just talking about, you know, certain races. I'm talking about just generally speaking, certain people. Like, if you hear them saying something, sometimes they're not giving a compliment. They saying something demeaning because they're trying to insult you. You know. But just like she said, she's talking about now you got great quality wigs.
Get in the comments to let me know, was the white girl wrong for asking the black woman where she bought her wigs at? And should the black women have found it offensive, being that the whole world knows you for buying wigs? I'm stuck between the middle. Y'all talk to me and let me know.
365 days to figure out what you could get me.
And that is the best that I could do.
You were saving money, so I don't want to hear it.
I mean, if you really...
Maybe you're giving some other female something.
I got you something. You the only person...
The tag on it. It's $15. You spent $15.
Oh man, I'm rolling. Maybe it's this beginning. Maybe it's the first month. Maybe your birthday came up as the first month. I only known you for a couple weeks. If I just met you and different things and we ain't that deep, say we just start talking and a week pop up. Or we start talking like after the first week, like only like 1 week or two, and next thing your birthday pop up. Or stay entitled to get you a gift. Women would be like, yeah, you supposed to get me a gift. Why? I don't feel like we invested enough. I think after like the first year, anything, then, you know, if you with that person after the first year, then it make more sense to start. You got to see with somebody at. I think you should at least give it a little time. But, I mean, you can give gifts whenever. But the gift he gave, though, I was just like, bro, what you doing? Even me, I wouldn't even gift nothing like that. I think it's like it look like a coffee mug. Candy or something there. What is that? You get that at Dollar General, $15.
Being that the whole world knows you for buying wigs. I'm stuck between the middle. Y'all talk to me and let me know.
365 days to figure out what you could get me.
That's a
And that
Christmas
is the
gift.
best that I could do.
You were saving money, so I don't want to hear it.
I mean, if you really...
Maybe you're giving some other female something.
No, I got you something. You the only person...
The tag on it. It's $15. You spent $15 on me?
But has he been paying bills? Did he buy you stuff during the year? Like, for instance, I don't really buy my wife anything for Christmas, and she doesn't buy me anything, because during the year, whenever she wants something, I automatically just buy it. Whenever she wants to get it, there. She wants skin cream, we get it. When Christmas time comes, what do you give someone that already had everything? That's the big question.
Are you serious?
You know what, I can't believe that you were over here complaining about...
I didn't even see this. Next time you should take the freaking tag off, because...
Why does it matter how much it costs? It's not really about how much it costs. She's expecting to ever. What I've learned, when you're dealing with people like that, $100.
Nah, bro. Like he messed that up. You see, everything ain't always a woman. You feel me? Bro messed that up. Cause for one, $15, gang. I mean, I know is you might pay bills, you might take care of stuff and all that, but if that's your queen and you love your woman, bro, that show you where y'all at in your relationship. You feel me? Y'all might have had an argument that week. He like, you know what? Instead of buying this Louis bag or whatever, I'm gonna go ahead and get her this coffee mug, $15. You dig? Until she learn how to get it, shit. Yeah, you feel me? Nah, but if that's somebody you've been rocking with for a long time or whatever, sometimes like once you at a certain stage, you just be asking like, yo, anything, you feel me, that you interested in, anything you like, you feel me, like stuff. And then you should just know the person you with. You should know what they like, certain things. Like my shorty, she like jewelry and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I always buy stuff. You ain't even gotta ask. You feel me? Like throughout the year. So at the end of the year, anything else that you may need, no, it ain't a problem to get. You dig? But the mug, the little coffee mug, though, I think, yeah, that wasn't such a good idea. I don't think that's a good look. You feel me? I think that kind of just shows you that you ready for like a divorce. You know what I'm saying? Even if you spent a little more, like you said, you could have took the tag off. You know what I mean? You could have made it a little more classy. You did that, kept the tag on everything. Like, look here, boom. I ain't rocking with you. That's something you just pick up when you go to the little store real quick. He got that at the little dollar store or something. You pick that up and boom, and threw that to him, man. That's crazy.
But buy a whole bunch of little gifts. If you give her a little gifts, it's the thought that counts. You thought about her a lot of time. The quality really shouldn't be there. If she's really judging off of how much you spent, chances are